So I'm Alec, and my topic was on the discovery and confirmation of the ninth planet. So Pluto was always picked on, always bullied for being smaller than all the other planets, and in 2006 it was actually kicked out of the group of planets because it was too small by a small panel of astronomers. So I've done a lot of research just on my own about this topic because I love astronomy, and I also did more research for this project. So what we'll be talking about is why we think there's another planet out there, the possibilities of what it might be, and other options and theories, because not only does science attempt to prove, but it also tries to disprove. So there are many astronomers who think that we have another large body out there beyond Pluto. So two of the guys that are leading the research, Dr. Mike Brown and Dr. Konstantin Batikin of Caltech, they say this time we're right. So they think this because they're outside of Neptune's orbit. There's the Kuiper Belt, trillions and trillions of asteroids, and there have been some major pushes and major tugs out there on these bodies that have pretty set orbits. These tugs being coincidence in the direction and strength and time is about 1,400 to 1, so that's probably not likely. There's got to be something causing that. So theories of the 10th planet started in the 80s, but they had some really odd ideas. Hunting Planet X, The Nothing That Counts by J. Ebb Hart, was in a scientific journal in '87, and they thought that it was either a comet 3 to 4 times the size of Earth or another sun that was out there causing all this rotation. And that proved out to be wrong in the future, but now that we've talked about why we think that something's out there, we can move on to what it might be. So, contrary to astronomy beliefs at that time, the sun is wrong because it cannot affect things in that way. Things would orbit around it, not just jump out randomly. So all of these affected or tugged objects ended up coming to the plane called the ecliptic where Earth orbits. So if the sun is right here in the center, all of these objects were rotating all over the place, and then as soon as these tugs happened, they all centered up to the plane that Earth is on, where only planets rotate there. So that's got to be worth something. Based on research of the movement, the orbit size and the planet size have all been theorized. So based on the intensity of the tugs, it's thought that this planet is many times more massive than Earth, 3 to 4, about the size of Neptune, very large. The distance that these tugs took place gives it about 76 astronomical units, which is the space between Earth and the Sun. So you think that's 93 million miles times 76, and that's at its closest point to the Sun, so it's really far out there. And the distance from the Sun, based on that, the orbit would be around 15,000 years for it to make one trip all the way around. So even though we have all this information, none of it is concrete, because nothing is proven until it's proven 1,000 times over. So while there's massive amounts of research backing it up, there's also some problems with the theories. So prior searching has found nothing. NASA hit that area of the sky with an infrared telescope a few years ago. They didn't find anything. Why would we be able to find a Pluto-sized planet, but not a Neptune-sized planet? So there are a few things wrong. This search was conducted up to 1,000 miles, or 1,000 times Earth distance away from the Sun. Sorry. And so some people think that Planet X will come very close to Earth and actually cause harm to us, but it's rotating millions and millions of miles away from Pluto, so it's never going to come anywhere close. So nothing, like I said earlier, nothing is proven until found correct to be about 1,000 times over. For example, Pluto, found in the 30s, killed in 2006. So that being said, we could find Planet X tomorrow, and 50 years from now it'd be decided that it doesn't count as a planet because it's too far, what have you. So from the facts presented, a 10th planet is very realistic. Much research has led up to the fact that it's probably out there. It's just a matter of finding it. Every day there are new strides made to try and find it, or just completely unrelated. There are new strides added to science every day. While thrilling and exciting that we might find a 10th planet, it doesn't really have any impact on us. But whatever you do, whether it be science, music, dance, whatever it is, always strive to make those new discoveries. Because when you break barriers, that's how we learn new things.